quite close to me.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this contact.
Don't touch me.
Anyway.
Right, we've tried to set the camera up a bit closer today. How does that feel to you?
Intrusive, claustrophobic, horrible. Welcome back to another drumroll please episode. I was trying to think of the name then, I couldn't remember.
Another episode.
What is this, episode 70?
At least 71.
At least 71, there you go. I remember going 69 and then I lost track after that. How you been? What have you been up to?
So good.
What have you been up to? What have we been up to? What's Front been up to? Tell us all.
What's Front been up to? Oh, well, let's do a little Front update.
Yeah, we haven't done a Front update for a while, have we?
Yeah, and there is actually a Front update. So we actually have, for us, beta mode, sizes working. So you can sell different sizes, set different prices for those sizes. And this is something that's obviously been a bit of a long time coming. I think we said we'd have it in January, and then we said it in February, and then we said, just wait.
Now we're saying it in July.
Now we're saying it in July, but we're not saying we'll have it. We're saying we've got it.
Yeah. We are testing it currently.
Yeah, we're testing it. We're trying to break it. We're trying to see where it fails, what doesn't work, what needs to improve and stuff like that before we can actually put it out there. So that's going to be a really big thing, for us, because it's something we've been trying to do for ages. It's going to be a bit of a thing for everyone, because you're going to have to go through and make sure you're happy with the pricing that you've got for different sizes and things like that. But it's also going to mean, I don't know if you give a shit about this, but we don't promote Front anywhere really at the moment. Obviously, we've got our Instagram account, we've got this YouTube channel, and
as about 24 hours ago, we've now got TikTok again.
We've always
had it. We just didn't do anything with it.
We've had TikTok. I made a nice little video when I was at a festival last year, and I did a few little bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And I did a Brat Summer post.
That didn't do too well.
No, it really didn't. But other than that, we want to promote Front to the world, really. And actively. On other social channels, Reddit will be a big one and that kind of thing, but we're holding back on it because we want print sizes to be an option and maybe one or two other features. So
yeah, there's definitely more features to come, and if you've reached out and dropped us a message, it's either me or Luke replying to you saying we have more features coming, so bear with us. We decided to launch Front at its very basic stage. So yeah, there's a lot of room for growth and improvement and development and things to evolve to where we envision them to be. But it's a journey, isn't it? It's a journey, but it's a fun journey. We're super appreciative of everyone that reaches out to us and supports us, and to those photographers that have actually gone onto the platform, gone onto the website, and created your own gallery and have your photography for sale, in print form to your audiences is a cool feeling. So bear with us as we grow, and thank you for the continued support. And if you are a photographer, I know I keep saying it, head over to Front, create yourself a gallery. It's completely free to set up.
They're probably already on there.
Yeah, maybe. But if you're not, do it.
Yeah. You're such a salesman.
I am. Yeah, I want to remind the people.
As soon as we say anything, you drop into salesman mode. It's not a bad thing, because I don't do it.
You're not a salesman.
No.
Anyway, what were we going to talk about today? We were going to talk about something a little bit different, weren't we?
Well, yeah. Had you heard of the phrase, the gas gear acquisition syndrome before? It's something I've heard about.
I feel like I've heard gear acquisition syndrome.
Yeah.
The phrase more than I've heard
gas.
Yeah. I totally.
Well, because I use Reddit quite a lot. It gets talked about on there. But, I think it's something worth talking about just because I've been thinking about it over the last week, particularly.
Well, what is it? What is it for people that don't know what gas is?
So it's definitely something that's prevalent in photography, but also other creative ventures. You certainly, guitarists full of gas with effects pedals and things like that. But essentially it's gear acquisition syndrome. It's buying stuff. just buying more stuff. I need to get this. I need to get this. Once I, get this camera, I'll do this type of photography. Once I start, shooting film, or if I can afford, it's looking forward, looking ahead to once I do this, I can do this. Yeah. And it's kind of negative, I would say, on the whole. Now, there's one thing about it that I think is real positive, and there's nothing that gets you more motivated to go out and take photos than a new camera.
Yeah.
Like if I buy a shitty little point and shoot, I'm like, I'm going to take some fucking sick bangers with this. Like,
take me to Central London.
Yeah, this is going to be great. Even if it's like, and they aren't like that. I won't necessarily take better photos. I definitely won't take better photos than I normally do, but it really gets you out there, it gets you motivated, and you can tell yourself it's a test roll. So you're a bit freer and looser, and you end up with a few photos of the, for me, it's always, I go for a walk down the canal.
Yeah.
And there's certain angles that I take. Always.
Taking the same photo you've taken 1,000 times before.
Always. But there is one angle on a canal bridge that whenever I get a new camera, I always go and take that photo just as a test. But I've got a little super cheap Leica point and shoot couple of months ago. I put one roll through it. Yeah, great.
Oh, you haven't done anything else with it now?
Haven't done anything else with it. But anyway, so it's basically, like buying new stuff. So you go, I need to do this. I need this camera. I need this and that. And the reason I've been thinking about it is I cannot stop looking at the GFX 50R because it's such a cool looking camera. And I want to take medium format digital photos. But why? Why do I want to do that? Because I've got a camera with an APS-C camera with a 40 megapixel sensor. I've got a full frame.
What's on the?
That's the
GFX?
XT5.
No, but what's
on?
Yeah.
What? So 40. So that's that. I've got a full frame 24 megapixel camera. GFX, because it's a bit of an older medium format. So it's the size roughly, I think, of 4 APS-C sensors.
Yeah.
It's 50 megapixel, 51 or 52 or something. The new GFX ones are 102. The GFX 100, surprisingly, 100 megapixels. But you don't need that.
No.
And I can take, and you think, oh yeah, but imagine the cropping.
I can imagine. I also imagine that there is a place for it. Like there's been times where we've worked together where we could probably see the benefit of having a camera like that. But again, do you really need it? Is it a want or is it a need?
No, yeah. Like I've done work on a GFX 100, 100S, I think it was. But like it client work, and it's not. Even then, it's not necessary. The quality of the lenses that are produced for it is like second to none. They are incredible.
Yeah.
And on this huge sensor, you can be like, woo, 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 like zooming in and out. And it's like, yeah, but that's not really useful.
Yeah.
And I've got a photo. I'll tell you, I'll pop it up on the screen. It's not the best photo in the world. I took this on, when I was in London, we were on South Bank. It's a group of school kids. They were like dancing on South Bank.
Yeah.
They were just suddenly there. We were walking past. I just snapped it really quickly. That's on my X Pro 2. So like 8-9-year-old camera. And I'll show the bing, here's the original, and then back to the crop. You can crop in that much. Now, obviously, if you were printing that or you were blowing it up on a huge screen, you're going to see some some
loss of quality sort of thing.
But I'm not doing anything with that other than putting it on Instagram. So really, just if you want a medium format camera because you want to do a lot of cropping, you can still do that.
Do you need to spend thousands of pounds on a medium format camera to post photos that you've cropped on Instagram? Now, if that's, again, we all do it. We've all got like we all use Instagram to post photos that maybe don't mean anything to us in the long run. It's just nice to share what we're doing.
I'm like, maybe I could all right, well, I've got a medium format camera, like a film camera. So instead of spending a couple of grand on a GFX, I could just buy £2,000 worth of film and shoot freely, and not worry about missing a shot or whatever, because I've got like 100 rolls of film in my or however much money that I buy. But like I get the want and the desire to buy new stuff, but
do you really need it?
Yeah, I was looking at the GFX 100 RF or whatever it's called, because I saw one on eBay for like 3,000 something pounds.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend £3,000 on a camera, but I was like, oh, that's like £1,000 off
Yeah.
what it costs new. And then I'm like, I don't need it. And it's not even that, like, it's got a weird lens, 28 f4. That's not, if I had a £4,000 camera, that's not the lens that I would choose to shoot on.
I remember you saying to me years ago about, we were talking about Leica M6s or whatever it was, and you're like, no, it's not about the camera. Like, if you bought a Leica M6 and bought a £100 lens to go on it, you're not going to have a Leica M. You're not going to have the results that you're envisioning in your head, right? So, is it really the camera that you need?
Well, this is I mean, one of the other things that I've thought about is so I've got my Leica M10 that's currently in for repair. I'm probably going to sell it, and I've been thinking about buying a Leica, an old like screw lens for my Canon P.
Okay.
So 35mm. Summilux or whatever, how it's called.
Is that how they work on the?
So the most Leicas are an M mount.
Yeah, but like the Leica M3, I think is like M previous is screw mount.
No, they're all M mounts. If it's an M,
okay.
But they're in the 90s. This is as an aside. There was totally going off topic. There was a resurgence in, I think, Japan for old screw mount cameras.
Okay.
So Leica did a limited run of these Summilux or Summicron 35mm lenses with a screw mount instead of the M mount. But because they were so few of them made, they actually still sell for a lot more than a normal M mount 35mm focal length. Basically the same length but with a different mount. So I thought, well, if I sell my M10, I could get this lens, and it's £2,800, the only one I can find to buy. And then I'm like, but I've got this little £100 Canon lens that goes on that camera, and it's so sharp and it looks so good. And I'm like, I bet you could put those two lenses side by side, and would you be able to tell the difference? I don't know. I just don't know. I think I'd like to go into the shop and try it out.
But maybe that's looking at the wider picture as a photographer or as a creative person. Let's use you for an example here. The drive in you to want to do more, whatever that looks like going forward, will instinctively and naturally make you want other equipment to try out and to explore your own freedom with, right? So like if you've just bought a new camera now, you're going to do everything you can with it to maximize it. Yeah, you're going to use it however you see fit, but there will get to a point where enough's enough. Do you know what I mean? Even though it does everything well, and even though you don't necessarily need the newest model or whatever it might be, there's still going to be a natural desire in you to want to move forward, right? But again, it comes back to the question is, do you need to do that? Or is it just a want?
Well, it's just seeing something new and going, ooh, yeah, that looks cool.
But do you see something new because you're inspired, or do you see it and then you think, oh, I've got, like, for example, the new iPhone comes out every year and people want it just because it's new. They don't need the new iPhone.
Yeah.
Is it the same with...
So there's two things I'd say in response to that is, I'm never interested particularly in new models or something. So if they release an XT6, I'm probably not going to buy it, because I'm very happy with my XT5 and my XH2S. If they release an XH3...
So why did you buy the XT5 then?
Because I needed a second camera.
Okay,
so that didn't replace anything. I never buy a new iPhone. I mean, I never really buy a new iPhone. I usually let them die after. I'll get as much use out of them as possible, because it's so boring. You go, oh yeah, I've just spent like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, or even thousands. You can get iPhone models that cost over £1,000. They don't do anything different. They might have like a new like feature built in or something like that, but ultimately you're looking at your bank details and whatever, and they,
Is that what you do? Just open it. Just
Well,
look at bank details. all
look
day.
at my bank details, checking your bank balance.
I know
or
what you mean.
doing
Yeah,
a
you're
bit
using
of-
it the same as you would
Use
the
it.
previous
This
model
is
and the
it.
previous
I
model.
don't know
for
if
that.
I've said it on here before, but I don't have anything on my phone now other than anything that's actually useful. So there's no social media. It's just emails, banking, and I don't know, maps and parking
Yeah.
apps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's completely pointless, and it's not what I want to be spending my money on. However, so that doesn't excite me, a new model necessarily. But it's look at that, it looks different. It's like the aesthetic, especially with like point and shoots and stuff like that.
Yeah, you've got to feel inspired to pick it up. Otherwise, if you don't feel inspired, this is where there's an argument in the sense of you might not need the newest model. You don't need to be sold to in the fact that you've got to spend thousands of your hard-earned cash. But like you said, going back to picking up a random new point and shoot that you might have picked up in a charity shop, you're just excited over that as you would have been spending £5,000 on X, Y, and Z.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? You still get the new feeling of having something and wanting to go out and use it.
I love buying film. And I'm like, there's a deal on film, and then I go to put it in my freezer, and I've got a bag in my freezer, and I'm like, I have this like Ziploc bag that I've actually split the Ziploc on it because I bought so much film. But I'm going through it and I'm not buying. You said to me the other day, do you want to go halves on a packet of gold or something? And I was like, no, I've literally got about 4 rolls of that at home. So what I find, so that's the one thing I was going to say. But the other thing I was going to say is, to me, getting that gear acquisition syndrome is because I'm spending more time, let's be honest, sitting on the toilet looking at eBay, doing that than actually going out and taking photos. So the less I'm out taking photos, the more I think about equipment. The more I'm out taking photos, the more I realise what I've got is my camera is a better camera than I am a photographer. So unless your camera can, unless you want to do something that you're
maximised your camera.
If you want to do something that your camera can't do, and that probably more comes under video than photography. But if you can't do something with your camera, then it's probably time to upgrade. But
then you think back to I won't even name any, but think back to historically photographers that we love, and I'm talking like best in the world sort of thing. They didn't have equipment that we're privy to nowadays. Like, not even close. Not even close. For the most part, a lot of our favourite photographers in a dark room. Do you know what I mean?
I think we've said it before. Who has ever won a photo competition or looked at a photo and gone, "Oh, that is so sharp"? No one's ever won a photo competition because the image was maybe like macro photography or stuff like that. But no, if you capture the scene, particularly in street photography, which is where in my head when I'm having this conversation, that's always what I'm thinking about. No, I don't care if
I think about street photography and random landscape stuff, but that's just because I'm thinking about where I live. But I know what you mean. No one's ever judged a photo. Again, what's more important? Is it the quality or the moment? And
if you've captured the moment, like if I zoom in on that thing of them kids,
the youths
hanging around and dancing and stuff like that. I'm sure it's not in. It's probably in focus. It's probably blurry a little though because of like movement, and that's not because of a lack of ibis. That's just me going and like that,
not wanting to miss the moment,
getting the getting the moment.
So, what equipment have you bought over the years? Is there anything that stands out?
Is there anything I
you regret buying now? Let me give you my example. My example, without a doubt, and you'll know this, is I copied you and I bought a drone. But I don't I think, to be fair to me, at the time, I'd just gone freelance. So I didn't really know.
You were thinking, I need stuff.
I didn't want to be caught out and have to say no to someone. But in hindsight, I probably could have just borrowed yours if I needed it.
Or bought one when you got.
Or bought one when I needed one, And I've probably put 200 flights on that drone.
200?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I reckon you must have 20,000.
No.
What?
When I first bought
but I'm talking 200 flights. That's including me just taking it to a field and having a go with it. It's not many.
I don't know how many, but to be honest, every time when I first bought it, that whole summer, I was like zipping it around the fields near my house and like doing, and now it's pretty much, it just comes out when I've got a job and I
Yeah,
go,
but
oh,
you-
let me bring a drone. And they go, ooh.
Okay, but
yeah.
so my argument then, or not even an argument, you've managed to find work where you use your drone. I use it from time to time, very sporadically, yeah, but it's more of a, I don't have to use it, but I'll use it to enhance what I'm doing. And to be fair, I really do only use it from time to time for work-related jobs. And fair enough, you're the same, but you consistently use yours.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
it was worth the value where I've bought. And what did you buy? The DJI
Mini 3?
Mini? Yeah.
Not even the Pro.
So I've bought the Mini 3 Pro. So again, I got sold to at the time when I was really, I should have bought the 2 or bought a second-hand one. Do you know what I mean? And it would have been fine for what I need, but I've invested too much money into something that I haven't got the value out of it yet. Do you know what I mean? But I love it. The geek in me is like, wow, it's a drone. It's a really good drone, and I love using it. But the longer it's been, I think
I definitely got a job because, well, it definitely helped secure a job because I was like giving them the, spiel of what we can do. And I said, oh, and I can bring a drone, and they were like, wow. And this was at least 2 years ago, if not longer. So,
well, we worked together a lot, and you used your drone for that work. But again, I'm not using mine. So again, it's like it's just sitting there. I mean, it's literally sat behind us, and I haven't used it for at least a couple of months now.
What's the moral of this story?
Well, just before we go on to the moral, I was actually looking through some of my old photos the other day, whenever it was, shot for a roller film. I didn't even make a note what camera it was. It's just, they've been developed, put them onto a hard drive. And I love the photos for the memories that they gave me. But I guarantee from when I took the photos, they would have been taken on a really cheap point and shoot, whatever film stock it would have been, HP5 or whatever it was. But there's nothing... I can look at the images and go, oh, they could technically be a lot better if I did this with lights, blah, blah. But it wasn't about that. It's about the memories that the photos gave me, right? And some of them were just street photos. Some of them were family and friends, whatever they might be. But when I looked through them, there wasn't one part of me that thought, oh, that would be a better photo if. Do you know what I mean?
No.
They were just memories. And I think the longer you don't look at the photos, the more they'll mean to you when you finally get back round to looking at them. But as photographers, when we go out now, we want to take the best possible photo, and you forget about what the meaning is behind it sometimes.
But it's it's a tool.
Yeah, it's a tool. Yeah, it's exactly that. Your camera is a tool, so you got to remember why you got that camera in the first place. It was to go and take photos, not to spend loads of money and get into the gear side of things. Do you know what I mean? And you naturally get in, like with any hobby, you naturally get into the more technical side of things, and what's in the industry and what's coming out and stuff. You can't help that, but do you really need it? No, you don't.
No. And
anyway, what's the moral?
What's the moral? Get out more and take photos, and buy less stuff. I suppose.
Stop procrastinating on the things that you don't have. And maximise what you do have.
I'll tell you what camera everyone should buy, and that's a Contax T2, because it's fucking sweet.
Isn't yours broke?
I bought a new one. Yeah, it did break.
Actually, I
bought a second one.
Can I borrow that?
No.
I want to borrow it for that festival I've got to shoot.
Absolutely not.
Please. Yeah, we will. Anyway, yes. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? What about you guys? Have you ever bought something that you're not in, that you regret buying, whether it be the next day or 4 years later? I'm sure you have. We'd love to know. Drop a comment down below and let us know your impulse buys.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word for it, isn't
Buyer's remorse, yeah. Shall we move on to the print of the week?
All right, print of the week. This is
print of the week
by Lens of Law.
I think it's Law. Lens of Laura. Lens of Law.
Oh, like Laura.
I think
Laura.
Yeah, I think I had a look at her Instagram, so I'm guessing it's Laura, and this is Lens of Law. Anyway, what do you think? I'll let you have a look. We'll flash it up on the screen now, but I don't know if you want to look a little bit closer. I think it's been on her gallery for a while now, because I do remember seeing it coming across this, or maybe I've seen it when she's posted it on Instagram or something like that. I just really like the colours.
I really like the colours.
I like the framing of it as well, because if I was there, I think I would notice something like that. Not in a big-headed way, but I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But I don't think I would have thought to have just tilted the camera up that little bit more. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
To kind of crop the people off, but they're still there. So
Well, the bird kind of makes it,
Yeah, of
and the
course,
fact that's shot at least 500, if not probably even more, like 2,000th of a second, just considering the amount of light
yeah,
that's in there. But that bird is really sharp, isn't it?
yeah.
That's a Fuji.
What I was going to
I-
say, is it a Fuji or? Yeah,
Is
well, it's
it?
obviously like a film
Is
recipe
it?
of some kind, isn't it? But
Yeah, but that's a real. Oh, actually, I recognise this other picture.
yeah.
I know because I
We've just gone on
recognise that
to
because
we've
she
just gone on
sold.
to Lens of Law's gallery. So we're just
Yeah.
having a look at some of the other images. But yeah, you'll
She
recognise
sold
some
a
of them.
print of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah. Oh,
recognise.
and that. I think we sold a print of that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought it was a really cool.
I think she sold that as a print as well.
I've randomly picked top seller.
Yeah, that's a nice photo as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish people told me what their what equipment they're using. Just having spoken about.
Well, go back to the image that I selected.
Yeah,
There was, it's taken in Kent.
it is.
I never thought it was taken in Kent when I first saw that on the Explore page
Yeah.
of all the images. I would never ever put that in Kent, UK.
Why?
I don't know. To me, it just looks like it should be LA.
LA.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I think,
with a very English ice cream.
yeah, I
man.
don't know. It's just I think it's the colours that just make it that Americana kind of East Coast. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Do you mean West Coast?
yes, West Coast.
LA.
Yeah,
That
LA's
looks
West Coast.
very English to me with a
No,
seagull.
it does.
And
I think it's just the colours. I think
The
it's
sky.
just the sky and the golden kind of greeny golden kind of glow.
Mm.
But yeah, just thought it was really nice. It'd make a cool print,
Yeah.
one to collect.
Yeah, it's good. I
and
like it.
I think, yeah, it's only for sale. £20. £20.
Yeah,
We'll have to change how we're going to say that. Like we mentioned at the start of this podcast, as we bring in more print sizes to front. At the moment, when we announce the price, that is on a 10x8 print. But when
12 by 8.
12, is it?
Yeah,
12 by 8, yeah, of course it is. There'll be lots more print sizes. So if you're selling one of your photos over 3 different print sizes or however many, I don't know what the options are yet, but you will effectively have to go through your gallery and price them individually according to what you want.
because we're probably going to have a size under 12 by 8. So really, that should be your cheapest option.
Okay.
And then 12 by 8 maybe, so you might be like setting 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
3 different sizes or however many.
It's completely up to you. The freedoms that you don't have to
think
have
we're
more
gonna-
than one print size. So you can still select just one print size if you want, but the option will be there to.
I think we're
to
going to
have
go
more.
through, we maybe do a bit of market research on what sizes people would like to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, leave us a comment down below or send us a message, however you want to do it. Let us know what would
Very
you.
relaxed during this.
You have,
I'm
yeah.
like
Well,
really
do you know what? I kept
sliding
looking at your
down.
posture and then my head getting lower. Look, I can still see it lower.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave us a comment, drop us a message, and let us know what your ideal print size would be, and we'll do our best to accommodate. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Luke?
No.